Hi YouTube and fellow watch enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Anders from Finland, and today a quick-ish unboxing and review of my first ever Orient watch. Bought this one second-hand for a great price. Wasn't planning on getting a new watch, but it was an offer I couldn't refuse, so why not, right? And this watch really surprised me with its quality, and I think it might be one of the best watches you can buy as an entry-level watch for the price. So, what is the watch? Well, the title says it all, but let's get to the box. This watch comes in a really nice kind of box, surprised me. It's got a metal finish on the top, with these kind of bolted corners, and well, the title says what watch it is, so no surprise here. It's the first generation Orient Ray, as you can see. Let's get it out of the box. And more about the box. Who actually cares about the box? But it's got a silk kind of finish here, Orient logo. Should come with the papers inside here, but mine doesn't have papers. Got the spare links and the original receipt and the pillow. So that's enough about the box. Let's get to the watch. Alright, so what kind of watch do we have here? This is the first generation Orient Ray. There is nowadays Orient Ray 2, and you can easily distinguish between the two by this one having the day pusher above the crown. Otherwise, really similar looking. I'll pop the model number up here. And yeah, this is Orient's entry-level dive style sport watch, or what you want to call it. It's not an official diver, but it is water resistant to 200 meters as it says on the dial. So that's good enough for me when it comes to water resistance. And yeah, really just your perfect everyday watch when it comes to appearance. Let's start with the dimensions. This is a 41mm watch, not including the crown, and it is 13mm thick, and the lug to lug is around 46-47mm. So it's actually a pretty nice fit on a skinny wrist also. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, or 16-17 centimeters, and later in the video you'll see how it fits on my wrist. As you can see, it's a stainless steel watch, and it comes on a stainless steel bracelet. I believe these actually are solid links, apart from the end links, which are hollow, typically in this price class. And don't mind the scuffs on this bracelet. This is over 3 years old, bought secondhand. So the bracelet has a stamped clasp with a double secure mechanism, and it does have an Orient logo on it, which looks pretty nice. Mostly a brushed bracelet, apart from the little polished part on the middle link, 2 parts. I'll actually show you a removed link, so because this is so scuffed up, you can tell it apart more easily from this. So brushed on the side links, and the middle link has polished edges, and it's also polished on the side. But overall, it's an okay bracelet. You can't expect heaven on earth at this price range, so I think it does fairly well for this price. Let's go through the dial and the crystal. This watch has a mineral crystal, and as you might be able to see on the video, the previous owner has scratched it a bit, so that's a little bit problematic because it isn't easy to repair. mineral crystal. But what can you do? It was a good price, and watches are meant to be worn, so that doesn't really bother me. The dial on this watch is pretty much a matte black, and it has applied our indices with really strong lume. I'll be sure to show you a lume shot later on. And yeah, it has a white day date function, which I think, well, people complain about them not being a black background discs, but actually I think it balances out with the 9 marker pretty well. And the second hand has a red tip, which adds nice color to the otherwise black and white scheme of the watch dial. And well, the Orient logo, some people don't like it. I might be one of those people because, well, frankly, it reminds me of a cigarette company's logo. But other than that, really nice dial. Water resist 200 meters at the 6 o'clock there. And yeah, I removed one glove so I can show you better how the bezel and crowns on this thing work. So 120 click unidirectional bezel. Actually pretty pleased with this one. It's way better than my Seiko Sea Urchin, but that just might be because I happen to have a crappy Monday model of it or something. I don't know. It has a screw down crown. The movement is, might be wrong about this. I'll make sure to pop up the movement up here in the corner, but 46943 Orient in-house movement, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't have hacking or hand winding in this generation, but yeah, pull it out all the way to adjust the time. One click inwards and you can adjust the date, but other direction doesn't do anything. That's why we have the screw down date pusher here, which is really pretty unique for these Orients. I actually quite like it. It gives the watch a more unique aesthetic from the traditional one crown divers. So that's a plus in my book. Let's pop open the bracelet to show you the case back. So solid case back, screw down case back also with an Orient stamp on there. That's pretty much it, nothing special. The bracelet is a little bit of a jiggler as usually with hollow end links. I won't be keeping this watch on a bracelet. I'd like to put this on a NATO strap. I'll show you how that looks soon. Let's just compare this bracelet to something. We can have a little bit of a bracelet concert here, just so we compare the bracelets. So here's the Orient. Here's my first generation Oris Aquis. Pretty quiet. And then we'll go to the king in this category, Seiko SKX Jubilee. So it's somewhere between. Not bad. A few things I forgot to say about the bracelet. It does have a pin mechanism on the links, which I prefer. I think it's pretty easy to adjust. So it's just the ones that you push out and push back in, no color system. And the bracelet has 2 micro adjustments on the clasp, so you can get a pretty nice fit. And just a moment of appreciation for Orient making their movements in-house, being one of the few manufacturers that do that at this price point, and at any price point for that matter. So I think that deserves a special mention. But now I'll give you a wrist shot of this on the bracelet, and after that I'll put it on this gray seatbelt NATO strap. This is actually a 20mm NATO strap, but weirdly enough I like wearing it on this strap. I don't know why. Let's get the Casio Royale off the wrist and pop this one on. Bracelet is not perfectly adjusted for my wrist, but it's somewhere pretty close. So 6 3/4 inch wrist, and really nice fit in my opinion. Not at all too big, no overhang, and just great proportions on this watch. And there we go. The Orient Ray won on a 20mm NATO strap. And I forgot to mention the lug width on this watch is 22mm. But I don't know, in some kind of perverse way I like to keep it on a 20mm strap. Gives it some kind of a weird tool or vintage feeling. I don't know. Let's teleport this watch on. Bam. There we go. On the wrist. Okay, some people might hate this being on a narrow strap, but hey, we all have our preferences. And as promised, here's the loom shot. This is where the watch really surprised me. I didn't know Orient watches had such great loom capabilities. But yeah, everything's loomed, including the pip on the bezel, so no problem reading the time here. Even the second hand is loomed, so there you go. And there you go. That's my quick review of this Orient Ray Generation 1. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Anders from Finland. Whoops. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm pretty active in answering comments, so just go ahead and I'll answer. This has been Anders from Finland. Make sure you come back to my channel for more videos in the future. Thanks for watching everybody, and bye bye.